Hi, it's Marion Buck Murray. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use EFT tapping in order to reduce anxiety. And if you're not familiar with EFT, it stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques, and it's an acupressure tapping technique where you use your fingertips to tap on points on the side of the hand, the face, and the torso. And what tapping does is it actually is one of the most effective techniques for reducing cortisol. And so therefore, it's a wonderful technique for reducing feelings of anxiety. And so if you're a sensitive person, or even if you're not, living in the world right now can, if we're not careful, we can feel anxious all the time, right? Because there are so many things going on. It's really easy to get triggered with anxiety. And so using EFT tapping on a regular basis can help you reduce that anxiety. It's a way of turning on the relaxation response so you can move from the sympathetic part of your nervous system to the parasympathetic part of your nervous system. So meaning that you go from feeling anxious to relaxed. So tapping is a really great tool to learn and to use on a regular basis. If you have questions about EFT, you can reach out to me at marionbuckmurray.com. And I am a certified EFT practitioner, so I can hopefully answer any questions that you have. All right. And also on my website, I have some diagrams of the tapping points, so you can go there to find out more. So for this video, we're going to look at anxiety. And the first thing you're going to want to do is just notice how anxiety feels in your body. Where do you typically hold anxiety? Is it in your belly? Is it in your chest? Is it in your shoulders, your head? I normally hold it in my belly. Everybody holds it in a different place. And so the goal of EFT tapping is to tune into the feeling that actually doesn't feel good so that the tapping can help it reduce intensity. All right. So it's like bringing up a file on a computer that you don't want and then using the tapping to help eliminate it. All right. And so before we go through the tapping round, I'm going to first show you the tapping points that we'll be using. Now, this is the basic recipe for EFT. Once you learn these points, you can literally have them at your fingertips and use them when you need it. So the first point is the side of the hand, right between the bottom of the pinky and the start of the wrist, just using your fingertips to tap right on that fleshy part of the hand. The next point is the tip of the eyebrow, right where it meets the bone of the nose. And it doesn't matter which side you're tapping on. It doesn't matter which hand you tap on. Choose what feels right to you, and you can tap on both sides as well. And then the side of the eye, right in the corner of the eye on the bone. And then underneath the eye, right on the top of the cheekbone. Underneath the nose, between the lip and the nose. The chin point, which is actually between the lip and the chin in that crease. Just tapping gently. And then the collarbone point, which is actually underneath the collarbone. So find the notch in your neck and then slide your fingers over on top of the collarbone about an inch in either direction and then down. And you should find a little dip on either side, and that's where the collarbone point is. And if you can't find that point, don't worry. You can just use your hands like this and you'll get the point. And then underneath the armpit, right on the top of the rib, and then the top of the head. Okay, and then you take a nice deep breath. Okay, so that's the basic recipe of points. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to guide you through a round of tapping, and I'm going to say some phrases for each point. And as I say the phrases, you can either just receive them and follow along in your mind, or you can repeat them after me, whichever way feels best to you. And so to start, find that anxiety in your body. And maybe you're feeling anxious right now, or bring in something that when you think about it, it triggers some anxiety. And, do something that is moderately anxiety producing for the purpose of this round. All right. Or low anxiety. So tune into where you feel the anxiety. Do you feel it anywhere in your body? And then give it an intensity. So 0 would be would be no anxiety, and 10 would be the most intense. So if you can tune in to how intense the anxiety feels in your body and any other qualities that it might have, just notice. And we're going to start tapping. Okay, so the goal again is to tune into the feeling so that we can release it. So tapping on the side of your hand, and you can repeat after me or just follow along. So even though I feel this anxiety in my body, I accept myself and how I feel. Breathing deeply. Even though I feel this anxiety and I don't like the way it feels, I accept how I feel and I accept myself. This anxiety, it gets in my way. And even though I feel it right now, I'm willing to help it release. Okay, up to the eyebrow point. This anxiety, side of the eye. What if I could help it release? Under the eye, so I can feel more relaxed. Under the nose. I don't have to hold on to this anxiety. Chin point, even if I get triggered. Collarbone. I can allow it to release and let go. Under the arm, letting go of anxiety. Top of the head, allowing it to move from my body. Eyebrow point, I don't have to hold on to anxiety. Side of the eye, even if I do get triggered. Under the eye, it's just a feeling, and I can let it go. Under the nose, letting go of anxiety. Chin point, so I can feel peaceful and relaxed. Collarbone, I'm letting go. Under the arms, and moving into peace. Top of the head, so I can feel better. Okay, now take a nice deep breath and just tune in to wherever that anxiety was holding in your body. Notice the intensity of it. Notice if maybe it moved. Notice if it reduced, if it's still there. And sometimes it goes up a little bit because we hold, we might have been hiding anxiety in our body, and as soon as we tune into it, it actually reveals itself. But no worries. Just keep tapping, and you don't even have to say any words. Just keep tapping on the feeling using these points and help it release. Okay, so it's good to have some water nearby when you do tapping so that you can have a sip of water. And just make sure that you're breathing deeply so that you can feel as peaceful as you can. Okay, so that is just a very basic round of EFT tapping. And, a couple of points that you can use is just the side of the hand or the collarbone point. If you're in a situation where you don't want to use all these points, just try tapping on this side of the hand, breathing deeply. And just that will help you begin to feel better. Okay? So again, if you have any questions about EFT tapping, or if you have something that feels a little bit complicated to work on by yourself, this is a self-help technique, but it's also a technique that's really good to use with a practitioner. You can reach out to me through my website at marionbuckmurray.com. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.